The northern eagle owl, one of the largest owls in the world, is common around here. This one's chicks are content for the moment and not hungry. Most female chamois are pregnant, and they seek out the juiciest herbs on the steepest ledges. Such agility would be useful to a salamander. The pleading voice is that of a black woodpecker chick. In fact, there are 3 of them, all big and hungry, and will soon leave the nest. The chicks of alpine ravens are also close to flying. In summer, choughs gather in family groups on mountaintops and are ever ready to ride the wind. Males and females that are bred together fly together. In the poetry of flight, they confirm the bond that ties them together through summer. These birds stand sentry over the highest towers of the Alpine Kingdom. Here, the air is thin and the sun's harmful radiation is intense. But it's not all bad living on the roof of Europe. This plateau is named Gotsaka, God's Field. The limestone of this remarkable formation took many millions of years to create. It's made of the shells of marine creatures that died and fell to the bottom of a shallow ocean. As Africa collided with Europe, this old seabed was thrust up to the very tops of the Alps. Many plants are limestone lovers, and marmots live well on them, though they don't go to the extremes of the sure-footed chamois to find them. Alpine dairy farmers dislike marmots. They eat too much pasture. And if a cow steps into one of their many burrows, it can easily break a leg. By late summer, the cows are producing maximum milk from pasture high enough to tickle their bellies. Good food. In the river below lives a little queen who builds and lives in a most remarkable castle. The riverbed is strewn with bright crystals. The caddisfly larva uses the finest of mountain crystal, rose quartz, and pyrite to build her castle. Her desire for beauty and elegance mirrors that of her royal neighbor. The end of summer is approaching. But before winter closes the door on the kingdom, there's much to be done. The salamander has made it back home. It has survived being washed down the mountain, then a mammoth climb back up. A remarkable journey of 100 days. Mountains of southwest Germany. The salamander was also shaped by these mountains, by the altitude and moist air he struggled hard to return to, and by the rocks that are now his castle. Autumn mists come early. They hang in the cooling air as a prelude to the snow that will close the door to the kingdom. Red deer stags bugle their strength and virility to hinds. But the bugling, which will be heard well into winter, also tells other males not to come near. If they do, they risk a fight. And quite possibly death from impalement on these mighty antlers. Survival in these mountains in winter requires toughness. But in winters past, survival was impossible. Thousands of years ago, the Alps were locked in an ice age that lasted 100,000 years. Glaciers filled every valley, wiping out all life. Animals and humans could only live here after the ice retreated and the forests spread back and reclaimed the land.